There's a coyote superhighway next to my house. I mean, it's not really a superhighway. It's more like a space between my garage and the neighbor's fence. It's just that there's a lot of coyotes that go through there, so I thought maybe it kind of was a super-ish highway. Oh, the tree trimmers are here. So fun. Anyway, it's just the right amount of space for them, the superhighway that I'm talking about. It's just the right amount of space for them to cut across into the rest of the neighborhood to avoid busier streets and people and such. And I'm fine with it. I mean, they were kind of here first, if you know what I mean. It seems like a little hubrisy of me to be like, hey, no way, man, use another road. And I like coyotes as much as you can like or admire a creature that wants absolutely nothing to do with you and that you just sort of admire sort of silently from a very far distance away. Frankly, between a wolf and a coyote, frankly, between a wolf and a coyote, I feel like I have a better shot of surviving a dead of night coyote attack than a dead of night wolf attack. Maybe that's my like cityness leading me into some naivete that other people would know about who live more in the wilds of the world. Who knows? Side note, I do remember some Chinese proverb or story about coyotes shape-shifting into women, or was it women shape-shifting into coyotes and leading the poor village men out into the forest to kill them? Yeah, no misogyny in that. Anyway, my point is, they could have used a wolf in that story, but they used the coyote. So coyotes, like, they must be sharp, scrappy, maybe a handful in a street fight. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about who would win. That brings me to my next thought, worry, concern. There is a sweet little bunny living in the tall grass at the front of our house. A super adorable baby bunny. And before I found out about the Coyote Superhighway, I was fine with the fact that it seemed just a wee lax with me getting real close to it, like me getting within a couple of feet. I was picking clover and putting it in little piles for him or her. I hate saying it. It's a him or a her. I just don't know. And now I don't want to know. Because if I get attached and then I don't see the little fuzzy wonder anymore, I know my mind is not good with these things. It will go to a dark place. I'll be looking for the bunny. I'll be crazy lady, neighborhood bunny trying to find the bunny. And it's not, the image of that is sad. Now, since finding out about the Coyote Superhighway, I find myself increasingly annoyed with him, her. Like, hey, cutie pie, pumpkin pie, you need to be a little less like, hey, nice lady, and a little more like, other bunnies good, everyone else bad. That's the assignment. That's the only assignment. I've thought about kidnapping the bunny, to be honest, if I'm going to be honest, and I have been told under no circumstances should I do that. My sister mentioned the possibility of rabies, although she was not definitively sure that rabbits get rabies like that. And then she mentioned that possums do not, which did not really help me in the moment, but I was in that moment too. I was happy for the possums that they don't get rabies. When she told me that, I was happy for the possums. Anyway, I'm looking at this like a life lesson, I guess, which isn't really how I operate. Because let's face it, when someone says life lesson, it's rarely a happy thing. You know what I mean? Not yay. There's no yay there. Life lessons are usually the hard, gut-wrenching things that teach you about life. People learn under duress, not usually when they're happy and having a good time. It's a human thing. I don't know why. It seems to be a human thing. So anyway, the bunny. If I had to break it down, if I had to be reflective, it's about letting go of control, which, oh boy, that's a toughie, isn't it? Wouldn't you agree? Bad things can happen. It is true. My first thought has always been, let's avoid bad things by figuring out how to get around them. Everything is figurable outable. I can't even say that. I think that's a self-help book title, if I'm not mistaken. But here's the problem. Just because bad things can happen, and just because I don't have control over them, doesn't mean they're inevitable. That's the part I keep getting wrong. They're not inevitable. I tend to be what they call a catastrophic thinker. My therapist introduced me to this idea years ago, and I, of course, immediately thought, you mean I'm being super prepared? Because I did and still do equate prepare for the worst with being prepared. But it's fine to be prepared. It's just not fine to live through the lens of bad things are inevitable. That lens won't let you really get close to people, or in my case, a sweet little baby pumpkin pie bunny. Now, I would be lying if I said I've embraced the not knowing and I'm just living in the moment, enjoying the bunny. No, because I'm talking this through with you right now. That is not where I currently reside. But I am thinking those thoughts. As I blocked off the coyote superhighway next to the garage with a large metal bin, I was thinking those thoughts. Again, progress. I am fully into the idea of taking the bin away at some point, after the kiddo bunny has grown up a bit. But right now, the bunny is clearly living on planet nothing is going to happen to me, with its sweet little face just looking at me as it eats the clover, while I stand 2 feet away, wishing that it had a little bit more like reluctance to trust. And I would like to support and preserve that innocence just for a little while longer, because that's important too, before it needs to run from a pack of coyotes trying to cut through the neighborhood using my superhighway. So I'm just going to take it one day at a time, as they say. We're going to see if I can grow and the bunny can grow. Maybe I can find the bunny's mom and talk to it. I don't know. That's silly. I was just kidding. Anyway, bye for now.